10 minutes before 7 o'clock. Let's go to another continent, shall we? Joining us on the telephone right now is Expedition Leader Ben Webster with Expedition Africa. Good morning, Ben. How are you?
Doing great, thanks. How are you doing this morning?
Very good, very good. We've been watching your progress. Now, of course, the climb up Mount Kilimanjaro happened, reaching the summit happened last week, but there's much more going on than just climbing up a mountain, my friend.
Absolutely. We spent 4 days building a girls' dormitory at a school, and now the last chapter to this sort of odyssey to Africa is a 5-day safari in the Serengeti and Ngorongoro crater, some of the famous parks of East Africa.
That's incredible stuff, and we're looking at some video right now, traveling through the forest and so on and so forth. And you just spent a morning on the Serengeti, is that right?
That's right. The folks are just enjoying their lunch, actually. I don't know if their bloodlust is up because they're devouring lunch at the moment, but they were lucky enough to see one of the rare sights. They saw a pride of lions actually take down an animal and actually saw the kill take place this morning. So quite an amazing morning for them, that sort of 1 in a 1,000 or 1 in a million opportunity to actually see a pride of lions take down an animal right in front of you.
Wow, that's incredible. What an experience to see that happen right in front of your own eyes.
Yeah, so it very much, and I think that's the thing to keep in mind, even though as the world moves on and it becomes a smaller world, there's places still in existence that are kept in almost pristine conditions, and the Serengeti is one of them. It's considered one of the great wonders of the world, and to watch the animals in their natural habitat. So we're just sort of visitors here.
Right.
And it also brings up the bigger issue of sustainability. It's one of the big things that the governments here in East Africa are trying to do, is create this idea of sustainability, because we want to keep the animals here for the next few generations, or as many generations as there is.
Obviously,
to see this stuff.
Obviously, Ben, you're not the only people who would go on a safari in the Serengeti. Is it difficult to preserve the natural habitat, considering the amount of people that go on trips like you're on?
I think so. I think they do a very good job of maintaining the numbers down. And certainly there's very stringent regulations about where you can camp, and there's actual roads that are dirt roads that are cut. So you can't just sort of drive hither and thither and chase down the animals. You actually have to drive through, and it's a vast expanse here. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of kilometers that you sort of drive through, and you try not to be as you don't want to be bothering the animals either. So very much there's very stringent regulations here for the folks that do come on safari. Right,
and this is, I would guess, a little more exciting than driving through one of those zoos where the animals roam freely. This is a different part of the world altogether. This is something you don't see every day.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the scale of it is very difficult to explain. I mean, it's pretty impressive. But having said that, instead of me trying to put it into words, we're doing some filming. And if the folks go to algonquincollege.com/Africa2009, we'll have some of the safari footage that we're shooting over the next several days. We'll do a nice little 3 or 4 minute piece that they can go and see for themselves exactly what it's like to be on safari in East Africa.
I bet you seeing something like this and hearing about a trip like this will inspire others to maybe do the same, because that's a trip of a lifetime that you guys are on.
Let's hope so, because one of the priorities in the case of Tanzania, the country we're in, has made the decision that a lot of their GNP is going to be based around this sort of envirotourism and ecotourism. So this idea of making sure that their parks are sustainable and that the folks can always come and enjoy this without it being damaged. And so, yeah, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for the people coming, and let's hope that it stays that way in the coming generations.
Absolutely, for others to enjoy. Ben, we're out of time, but I want to know what's next once you get through this portion of the trip. What's happening next?
Well, we're going to be finishing off. I'll talk to you one more time before we sign off on the trip. We're going to be going over to another area called the Ngorongoro crater, which is really, it's almost like Jurassic Park, if you can imagine. It's this dormant volcano basin that has all kinds of wildlife, and there's a lake with hundreds of thousands of pink flamingos on it. It's just a really wild place. So we're going to go and do that, and I'll call you from there in a few days.
Okay, Ben, great talking to you. Enjoy, my friend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much.
All
Talk to you
right,
later.
Ben Webster, leading Expedition Africa. And by the way, if you want to check out a mini documentary, they've been updating their video and pictures the entire time throughout this trip, including the climb up Mount Kilimanjaro, and you'll see some video of their trip to the Serengeti on Algonquin's website, where you can also enter their Small World Big Question contest. They got all kinds of, it's www.algonquincollege.com. And there's the question of the day. You can find the answer on the website. You got to go to the website to figure out the answer. Name the other past destinations for SWBP projects. You can find that information on the website. There's all kinds of great prizes, including a voucher for continuing education courses at Algonquin, a solid mahogany wood chest of drawers made by their cabinet-making students, 3 wilderness tour package, 4 dinners for 2. Simple to enter. Just go to the website. You can watch all the video and check out more of Expedition Africa. Very cool stuff.